Hi, this is Shelley from Lakelands Physiotherapy and Miami Physiotherapy. We're talking about chronic pain today in our series. So this is the third in the series and we're talking about the importance of your focus. So when you've had chronic pain for a while, you get a sensitization of the nervous system. So what this means is the more often the pain pathway is fired off, the more sensitive this pathway becomes. So it's like a small track that you start using, and the more you use that track, it becomes cleared, it becomes easier. So the brain starts to use this pathway more and more times, and eventually it becomes like a friggin' highway. So it's just really, really easy for the body to use this pathway, and so it becomes really hypersensitive. So it can get to the point where the original injury that caused all of this has actually resolved, so the mechanical problem has gone, but this sensitized highway is still firing off. And they've actually done studies where you can have a look at this on an MRI in a brain and you can see the increase in the uptake in the areas where this pain pathway is. So what do we need to do about this? What we need to do is retrain the brain. So we talk about this as being rewiring the brain, rewiring the circuitry. So one of the ways that we do this is we change our focus. So what a lot of people do who have chronic pain is they focus on all the things that they can't do. So they've got this big circle of things that they can't do, and they've got this little circle of things that they can do. And they've got everything focused on this big amount of things that they can't do. It's a very negative picture, and it refocuses into that giant pain way going to the brain and that highway. So what we need to do is reverse that. So instead of looking at all the things you can't do in your life, you're going to start looking at the things that you can do. Even though that circle is only little to begin with, that's where we're keeping our focus on the positive things. Now you remember from last week, in the meantime, we're also working on our mindfulness training. We're also working on our pacing strategies. So gradually, what we're going to find is that little circle of things that you can do is gradually going to get bigger. And you may not even notice this for a while, but gradually that's going to take up a lot more of the things, of all the things that you want to do in your life. And that's the positive thing. So gradually we're pushing the limits out, and we're making that highway to the brain gradually reduce back down to its normal size. So we're desensitizing those brain pathways. So this is just one of the processes that's involved in treating chronic pain and some of the tactics that we use and strategies that we employ. So if this is something that you think you're having problems with and you'd like some help, comment below, write focus in there for me, and then I'll PM you and we can start working on a plan for you to help you to manage your pain.